Oh, it's a hot day today. I've just done a video with my lovely iCarsoft CR Max P, and I'm putting the roof down for a reason. Number one, it's lovely and warm. You've got to take these moments in life and enjoy them. Number two, somebody called Matt981, he asked me a valid question off the back of the video that I've just done for the CR Max P. And he asked, does it show different micro switches and faults in regards to the Vario roof? Well, it does, but it's a bit hard to explain. And I'm gonna take some screenshots, and I thought I'd put this video together rather than just sort of answering it in the comments. In summary, it shows all of the different micro switches. There's a cross-reference table coming up as well, where you can see the location of each of those micro switches. Whether it does all the actuation tests, that's another story. It will give you the microswitch code, which you can cross-reference on my video with the layout for the microswitches. So if it sees a fault on the S69 microswitch, then you know where to go and focus your troubleshooting and see if you can get your Vario roof to work. Anyway, I'm off to get some petrol for a lawnmower, but I'll get back, I'll get my iCarsoft out, and I'll show you just exactly what I'm talking about. In the meantime, enjoy the drive with me. So I'll tell you a little story just whilst we're driving. I never intended to get a convertible. My first convertible was an Audi B6 Cabriolet, and I bought it in the dead of winter, and I got it cheap. It was a little 1.8 turbo, a lovely little car, basically the Audi TT engine, and I loved it. I started to realize just how incredible having a convertible is. But initially I thought, what the hell do I want a convertible for? I live in Scotland, for God's sake, it's freezing. But when the weather's nice, and for that matter, even when it's snowing and you got that roof down, I tell you what, there's hardly anybody that experiences what that's like. Smelling the snow, but you're warm and cozy inside with the heated seats. And you can do that beautifully with this Mercedes SL. And quite often, just to get away and get some headspace, it's a lovely thing to do. So it works both in the freezing winter as well as a lovely day like it is today in the summer. So the thing is, even though it's a lovely day, the problem it gives me is you can't see the screen because it's just too bright and get too much glare. But thankfully, because it's Bluetooth and because it's wireless, I can put it in the boot in a bit of shade and you can see what I'm doing. There's the subwoofer. That's a bit better, I can see what I'm doing now. Instead of doing a full scan, I'm going to go into the control unit, and it saves a bit of time, and it prompts you, it says, is the ignition on? Yes. We're going to go find the roof module, which will be under Vario. There it is there. RVC, roll bar, stroke, Vario roof control module. So we go into that. And now we've got module information, read fault code, clear fault memory, and view data. I don't see any actuation tests, but importantly, it will view the data. Let's go to fault codes. No fault codes found. That's definitely what you want to see. So I'm going to escape that. Now we're going to go into view data, and these are 6 different parts to the Vario roof. Let's go into the first one. Here it lists all of the components on that first module, the first control unit, if you like, for the roof. It does say non-applicable, and when I go into it, let's say I go into the pump temperature, what I've noticed is if I select it and then press show selected, it just gives me the same information. If I press the little sort of menu icon, it just gives me A for text, but it doesn't give me any more than that. So what I find is for each of the modules, that there were 6, you need to go back from the start into the control unit. You need to start it again. Voltage supply, pump temperature, vehicle speed below shut-off threshold. That would be lovely to be able to change it. That's the speed of which the car is allowed to move, and you can still lower the top. And I think you go above 3 miles an hour and then it will stop. There are devices that you can bypass that, but on this one there isn't actually anything where you can change the variables, sadly. Then you've got solenoid valve pump outputs okay, position and function of limit switch are okay, actuation of roll bar not active, actuation user diagnosis not active. So this is mainly talking about the pump. The way I see it is it's the first part of the process. We go into view data and we go into the second part, and now the information seems to come up. So similar information here is talking about the roll bar, etc. The actuation values for part 3. Here we're getting a bit more information in and around the Vario roof open in N position, switch value operated, hydraulic unit okay. Go into part 4 here. Now it's starting to talk about the circuits, 15R, circuits 15, undervoltages, etc. Front left speed signal. So it obviously takes one of the Hall effect sensors, and then that dictates what's going on with the speed of the vehicle, which will then tell the roof perhaps not to go down. Well, that's my assumption anyway. Now I'm going to go back. One of the nice things is you can use your iCarsoft, go on the internet and look all this stuff up. I go into the 5th module here. It's talking about the window motors. So this is going to be talking with the roof. As you know, when you close the roof, the windows automatically roll down and roll up. That's what that will be all about. But if I go into the 6th one here, this is where it gets a bit juicy. Now have a look at all of this. So these are, for me, specific to all of the limit switches in the car. So just to recap, that particular menu was the 6th one. It was the last one, and I think that's where the gubbins, the main micro switches for your roof are. Which are these flaps, these all-important flaps. There's a little micro switch inside, and it's just here where my finger is. So to my lovely subscriber that asked me the very question on, can you do specific actuation tests on the roof? That's why I did this video. Hope it explains it a little bit more. In short, no, you can't do the actuation tests on the roof, but what it does tell you is in 6 individual menus where your issue will be. That will then allow you to go and troubleshoot in that area. If there's a specific micro switch, etc., because it will come back with a fault. Just remember that you need to go out the menu and back in again. That's something that I learned. Nevertheless, the iCar CR Max P gives you information enough to be able to troubleshoot your car. There is a full review that I've done on this. It's down below. I appreciate you watching on this little short video. It's easier sometimes just to show you a video than it is to type in the comments. If you've got a question, just like I've been demonstrating in this video, then drop it in the comments below. You never know, I might be able to do a video just for you. Thanks if you subscribed. See you on the next one. Makes her work. I guess I'll leave that question to the experts. Assuming that there are some out there, but probably alone, solitaire. I can remember when I caught up with a pastime intimate friend. She said, but you're probably gonna say I look lovely.